All right, well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Adult Children of Aging Parents, or ACAP, program this evening. This is our inaugural program, and we couldn't be more excited to have each of you with us this evening. My name is Bruce McReynolds, and I am the chapter coordinator of Adult Children of Aging Parents here in Guilford County. I represent a team of over 20 industry experts who have been preparing for a good part of a year to bring ACAP to fruition here in Guilford County. I'd like to thank the leadership team for their hours of service to our local ACAP chapter and our community. They make a great resource for each of you. You can find a complete listing of our leadership team on our website. We hope to give you the information needed to fill your toolkit in order to better address the challenges you might have in caring for a parent, a spouse, or a family member. ACAP Guilford County is one of several chapters who make up a national ACAP community. ACAP community is a nationally unique 501(c) nonprofit organization. At its core, ACAP is an educational program that affirms the joys of caring for aging parents while providing strategies and resources to address the unique challenges and impact of caring for an aging loved one. Our community-based and community-led local chapters are the vehicles through which the cost-free programs are offered. Through ACAP programs, although they are designed for adult children, they are open to everyone. Our programs are nationally validated, copyrighted curriculum. Local community experts present each program, and local businesses, agencies, and organizations sponsor the programs so that they are free. ACAP Guilford County programs will be presented on the third Thursday of each month at the same time at 7 p.m. Our program would normally be presented face-to-face, where interacting with each other is most preferred. But for now, they'll be presented via Zoom and as well as streaming on Facebook Live until we can safely meet in person. Guilford County has hit the ground running. We have 6 months of great speakers lined up for you that will cover such topics as financial and legal documents, overview of Alzheimer's and other age-related dementia, overview of residential options, driving and aging, anxiety, depression, and aging. Additionally, ACAP will be bringing to you Teepa Snow, renowned expert on dementia, at our virtual annual conference coming up October 30th. If you'd like more information about how you can see Teepa Snow during our annual conference, you can email us at acapguilfordcounty@gmail.com and put Teepa Snow in the subject line. We'll get you some information on how you can register for the conference and see Teepa. You can also take advantage of expert-led content on our podcast library found at on acapcommunity.org. We're excited to bring all of our programming to you at absolutely no cost. So in order to accomplish this, we have some really great organizations that have stepped up to sponsor our chapter and monthly programs. And I'd like to take a couple moments to recognize some of our sponsors. We have 3 sponsor organizations that are helping fund all of our programming for this year as well as multiple years coming up. And so, thank you. So we'd like to recognize Providence Place, Griswold Home Care, and Mount Zion Baptist Church as our core and chapter sponsors. We especially appreciate their support. Sponsoring our program this evening are 2 very special sponsors, Senior Resources of Guilford and HealthWise Benefit Consultants. Senior Resources of Guilford is a nonprofit organization which provides community-based services that supports and promotes independent living for older adults through a variety of services. They provide over 21 programs, which include such things as Meals on Wheels, a family caregiver support program, grandparents raising grandchildren, the Senior Line, and several others. Our speaker will be discussing some of those programs through Senior Resources with you this evening. Services are available to individuals 60 and over, as well as their families. Senior Resources of Guilford should be your go-to place for understanding the services that are available in our community. But we'd also like to thank HealthWise Benefit Consultant this evening for helping sponsor our program. At HealthWise Benefit Consultants, the goal is to assist you in navigating the confusing world of Medicare. As an independent agency with over 20 years in the healthcare and financial arena, they understand the impact unexpected medical expenses have on you and your family. They provide their clients with a complete overview of Medicare options in their service area and an annual review addressing any changes in your healthcare needs. HealthWise Benefit Consultants believe that an informed decisions equal peace of mind. So we urge you to look up healthcare consultants at their website. Before we jump into our programs, I just wanted to share a few housekeeping items. If you have any questions for our speaker this evening, we would love to hear from you. Down in the lower left-hand corner of your page there, you'll see a chat box. So feel free to open up the chat box and type in your questions, and we'll address those at the end of the program. If you'd like to be informed of future programs, type in your email address in the chat window and you'll get on our mailing list. We assure you that your email address is for ACAP purposes only. We would never give your email address to anyone else. We'll also have a couple poll questions this evening. So during the presentation, we encourage you to participate in the polls that are coming up. So let's jump right into our program this evening, which is entitled Choosing and Using Services in Our Community. And we're very honored to have with us this evening Ashlyn Martin, who's the Assistant Director of Senior Resources of Guilford. Ashlyn's graduated with a Bachelor of Social Work degree at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. And with her Master of Social Work degree from North Carolina A&T State University in UNCG. She currently serves as the Assistant Programs Director at Senior Resources of Guilford, where she is responsible for overseeing various programs, including nutritional services, geriatric adult mental health specialty team, the Seniors Health Insurance Information Program, and the Refugee Outreach Program. Ashlyn is a certified options counselor and a certified information and referral specialist for aging and disability. Ashlyn understands that no two caregiving journeys are ever the same, and she is very passionate about ensuring that older adults and their caregivers receive all the services that they need. So it's my pleasure to turn the time over to Ashlyn.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank you for joining us this evening and for giving me this opportunity to share information with you on resources available throughout Guilford County to help meet your needs and the needs of the loved ones you are caring for. Rosalind Carter once said that there are only 4 kinds of people in the world: those who have been caregivers, those who are currently caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need caregivers. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 15 million Americans are providing unpaid care to an older adult. AARP recently reported that the number of adults caring for a loved one has increased from 16.6% in 2015 to to 19.2% in 2020. It is my hope that through this evening's presentation that you will come to recognize that you are not alone in your journey. Whether you've been caring for someone for a while, whether you're new to caregiving, or maybe you aren't caring for anyone right now and just want to see what resources are available, please know that the resources I'm sharing with you this evening are here to help you. So tonight, we are going to explore some local options as well as some options that are available throughout the state. And so we're going to be looking at the array of resources available in our community. We're going to look at important information to help you recognize and begin addressing the service needs of your aging parents. And we will identify some important questions to ask and to consider as you choose and use services to support your aging parents. The resources will help to address their physical and sensory disabilities, to manage their health and medical needs, to plan their home care, to plan alternative housing if needed, to document their legal issues, to seek nutrition and recreation opportunities, and to address transportation issues. This is a very interesting time that we're living in with COVID. So it's important to note that the resources I share with you this evening may be impacted by COVID. And I strongly recommend contacting the organization by phone prior to visiting to confirm their operating hours and to also see if they're allowing in-person visitors. So at this time, we're going to have our first poll, and we want to just kind of see who is with us this evening. So in just a moment on your screen, you will see a few questions pop up. And if you would, take a moment just to answer each of those questions. And I'm going to give you all just a couple of seconds to do that. And there are 4 questions here. So the first one that you should see is who you are providing care to. The second question deals with how many years you've been a caregiver. The third question relates to the services that have you utilized services in your community. And the final question deals with the stress that many people face as a caregiver and kind of the overwhelming amount of services and how to navigate what options you have available to you. All right. So it looks like we have quite a few people who are caring for a family member with us this evening. And many of you have been providing care for some time, it looks like at least 1 to 3 years, if not more. And as a caregiver, 59% of you have said yes, that you have utilized the services in your community. Let me share these results with you. All right. So thank you all for participating in the poll, and we will have one more at the end of the presentation. All right. So next, I would like to talk about the Family Caregiver Support Program. The National Family Caregiver Support Program provides grants to states to fund a range of services that assist family caregivers. The Piedmont Triad Regional Council Area Agency on Aging oversees this program for our region, and the services are then offered locally by various organizations. Here in Guilford County, 2 organizations provide those services: Senior Resources of Guilford and Wellspring Solutions. The purpose of the Family Caregiver Support Program is to really help you identify what options are out there to help you meet your needs, but also to know that there are others facing a very similar situation to you. There are many different educational workshops that are offered that can help discuss different topics and help you see what options you have available. Wellspring Solutions offers 2 educational workshops each month during normal circumstances. And additionally, they offer online caregiver resources that you can check out on their website. And I've included that on this slide here for you. Senior Resources of Guilford partners with Caregiver Connect and AARP of North Carolina to offer Tuesday Table Talk events. These events are held the second Tuesday of each month at 3 p.m. and on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 7 p.m. Guest speakers will discuss important information that will benefit caregivers, and these events are currently being held virtually. Powerful Tools for Caregiver classes are 6-week classes that help caregivers to reduce stress, manage their emotions, boost their self-confidence, and connect with community resources. These are held in various locations throughout the county. You can contact Rosalind or Jody for more information. And for classes outside of Guilford County, I recommend that you contact Teresa Jackson at the Area Agency on Aging, and they will all be happy to assist you with what classes are coming up. There are also caregiver resource libraries available in our county, and they provide free pamphlets, brochures, and other print resources, and are available to you at no cost. The libraries are available at Senior Resources of Guilford's Greensboro office at 1401 Benjamin Parkway and at the Roy B. Keller Senior Center in High Point. There are also resource sections located within some of the public library branches. So once those libraries open back up, I would recommend that you also check those out as well. For more information on the resource libraries or resource sections, you can reach out to Rosalind at Senior Resources of Guilford. Wellspring Solutions also offers 3 monthly caregiver support groups, but due to COVID, they are currently offering 2 groups virtually each month. These are held on the second Tuesday of the month from 1 to 2 p.m. and on the last Tuesday of the month from 6 to 7 p.m. Information on how to join the groups is available on their website, or you can contact Jody. And lastly, I would like to share information regarding the Caregiver Connections Expo that is held each November. This is a joint event with Wellspring Solutions and Senior Resources of Guilford. It provides caregivers with a time to relax, learn, socialize with other caregivers, and also get connected to community resources. This year's event will be held virtually on November 11th and 12th. And again, you can contact Jody or Rosalind for more information. So it is important for caregivers to recognize the need for them to take care of themselves before they can adequately take care of their loved one. It is okay to take a break in order to reduce stress and avoid caregiver burnout. There are several different respite services that are available to help meet this need. So what is respite? Respite provides short-term relief for caregivers, and respite services are available in the home, at a group respite site, or in a long-term care facility. So we have several different resources that I wanted to share with you here. The first is Connections, a memory club, and this is provided by Wellspring Solutions. This is a group respite program. They have 3 sites in Greensboro and 1 location in High Point. They are open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on certain days of the week, and the hours for each location do vary, so it's important to reach out to them to find out additional information as to when those sites are open. They also provide a nutritious lunch to their participants, and they can take part in various activities, including exercise, music, and socialization. The Guilford County Respite Voucher Program is available through Senior Resources of Guilford, and caregivers must be caring for someone who is 60 years of age or older, or an individual who has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or related dementia. Eligible caregivers can receive vouchers in $500 increments with the maximum amount up to $2,500. Once a caregiver has been approved for the service, they can select from 4 in-home care providers who will then provide care to their loved one in the home. And for more information on that, you can contact Rosalind Pugh Scott at the number listed. And I've tried to list the phone numbers for many of these resources, but I will share my contact information at the end of the presentation. So if there's a number that you miss now or a name, don't worry, we can get that information to you later. And the next resource is the North Carolina Lifespan Respite Program. This is an application-based program that reimburses eligible family caregivers for up to $500 in respite care services in a calendar year. Funding is limited and applications are only accepted when funding is available. Caregivers must be at least 18 years of age and a North Carolina resident, but the care recipient can be any age. And neither the caregiver nor the care recipient can be receiving ongoing publicly funded in-home services or other respite care. And the last service is Project CARE, which also stands for Caregiver Alternatives for Running on Empty. This is a North Carolina funded program providing support to family caregivers of people with Alzheimer's or other related dementia. They provide information referral services as well as education and care consultations. Care consultations are available to unpaid primary family caregivers. The care recipient must have an Alzheimer's or dementia diagnosis, and the caregiver must feel that they will benefit from case management. During the care consultation, an individualized care plan is developed with the caregiver to help address any areas of concern. And respite vouchers may also be available to the caregivers who receive care consultation services. And then vouchers can be used towards either in-home care, adult daycare, group respite, or in a long-term care facility. So sometimes it is difficult for a caregiver to take off from work in order to take their loved one to a doctor's appointment or to run errands. There are several options available to assist older adults with this need. The first is Senior Wheels, which is a service provided by Senior Resources of Guilford. And this provides non-emergency transportation to and from routine medical appointments for Guilford County residents who are age 55 and older. Riders are picked up at their home, taken to their medical appointment, and then returned back home once it's over. And the service offers both wheelchair and non-wheelchair accommodations. Clients can receive one free ride per week without wheelchair accommodations and one free ride per month with wheelchair accommodations. Non-wheelchair rides are provided by community volunteers, and then wheelchair rides are contracted out through CJ Medical Transportation. The Shepherd Center of Greensboro offers a program called Shepherd's Wheels, and this provides transportation for individuals to run their errands. Riders, again, are picked up at their home, and then they're returned back home once the errands are complete. And they only provide transportation to an approved list of destinations, which includes places like banks, utility payment sites, grocery stores, food pantries, pharmacies, the post office, and that sort of thing. There's a maximum time limit of 2 hours and no more than 3 stops per trip. And ride requests must be made within 7 to 10 days in advance of when the ride is needed. Next, we have the Guilford County Transportation and Mobility Services. This provides trips to medical appointments, employment, education, senior services, nutrition sites, and adult daycare. This is a shared ride service, and that means that not going to be a one-on-one type service. There will be other riders on the van along with your loved one. So that is important to note that there will be other stops along the way. And ride requests must be made by noon on the business day where the trip is needed. We also have the Specialized Community Area Transportation Program, or SCAT, as it's more commonly known. They provide door-to-door service, and it's designed for individuals that are unable to use the fixed bus route system. Approval is required for this program, which includes an application and an in-person interview. They provide transportation to medical appointments, senior centers, and more. And the last service is the Dial-a-Lift, which is available to High Point residents. This is a transportation alternative for individuals who cannot use the High Point Transit System's fixed route system. They provide transportation to and from employment, medical appointments, school, recreational activities, meals, and shopping. Please reach out to the organization that you are interested in to find out more about their eligibility and also to apply for services. So next, I wanted to cover some nutrition services, as sometimes we find caregivers who work during the day and they're not able to provide meals to their loved one. And oftentimes older adults may not be able to prepare their own meals, or they would prefer to go out to a site where that meal is prepared for them. In addition to many different food banks and food pantries throughout Guilford County, there are several options that also provide a daily nutritious meal. So we have 2 different home delivered meal programs here in Guilford County. Meals on Wheels is available to individuals who are 60 years of age or older and reside in Guilford County. So this area is not limited as long as you are in Guilford County lines. The individual must be considered homebound, meaning that they are unable to leave the home to go to a restaurant or grocery store to obtain food for themselves. They are unable to prepare their own meals, and they have no one in the home during the day to prepare meals for them. Meals are delivered 5 days per week during normal circumstances, but currently due to COVID, participants are receiving a 5-pack box of frozen meals one time each week. There is currently a waiting list for this service. So if your loved one is interested in receiving meals, you will want to contact Senior Line at the number that is listed on the screen to see if you are eligible or if they are eligible and to request that their name be added to the list. The Mobile Meals of High Point program also provides meals 5 days per week to participants in certain parts of High Point. So again, this is another home delivered meals program. Community nutrition is provided by Senior Resources of Guilford and provides a nutritious noontime meal to individuals who are 60 years of age or older and are not considered homebound. So these individuals are able to leave their home and they go to a site where lunch is served to them each day. No hands-on assistance is provided at the site, so it's important to note that participants must be able to provide their own care while they are at the site. There are 7 sites throughout Guilford County, including 4 in Greensboro, 1 near Pleasant Garden, 1 in Gibsonville, and 1 in High Point. So under normal circumstances, sites are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. But of course, due to COVID, the sites are currently closed for activities and participants pick up a box of frozen meals one time each week. In addition to the nutritious lunch, whenever the sites are open, various activities are provided to participants, and they include exercise, education, wellness checks, day trips, and much more. And there is currently no waiting list for this service. Additionally, we also offer a restaurant voucher program. This service is one of 2 restaurant voucher programs in the state, and participants receive 8 vouchers each month to use at the Peppermill Cafe in High Point. They must order from a set menu that's been approved by a registered dietitian. And to qualify, the individual must be 60 years of age or older, a resident of Guilford County, and have their own means of transportation to get to and from the site. It is important to note that Meals on Wheels, Community Nutrition, and the Restaurant Voucher Program, because they receive federal funding, they do have to follow 1/3 of the recommended daily allowance of calories and nutrients for older adults. So the meals are lower in sodium and they are going to be more nutritious. There's also Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, and you may know that as food stamps. This is a federal food assistance program that helps low-income families get the food that they need. Eligibility, as well as the amount of food stamps an individual can receive, is based on the person's income. There are 3 ways to apply. You can go online, you can go to your local Department of Social Services to fill out an application, or you can fill out a paper application and then either mail that to DSS or drop it off at their office. There is also the Greater High Point Food Alliance. Again, this is a High Point resource, and it is a group focused on fighting food insecurity in the High Point area. If you reside in High Point and need information on food resources, you can go online to their website, and it's listed on your screen, to find food pantries, community gardens, mobile markets, community meals, and farmers markets. So that's a great resource to know about. Some of you may have seen the little green books or the little blue books that were sometimes around Guilford County. We do still have some hard copies of that available if you're interested in receiving those. The little green book features free meals available in Greensboro, and the little blue book features free food pantries. And I will share the number for Senior Line at the end of the presentation, so you can also reach out to them and they'll be happy to mail a copy of that guide to you. All right, so for those individuals who are still residing in their home, there may be times when they need assistance with home repairs, or perhaps they've reached a point where certain modifications may need to be made in order to make their home safer. So you have a few different resources listed on your screen. Community Housing Solutions is another nonprofit organization, and they provide home repairs to low-income homeowners in Guilford County to help make their homes warmer, drier, and safer. It's important to contact them to find out about specific eligibility, because they will look at income to determine if you qualify for their services. There is also the Handy Helper program, which is a volunteer program that's available through Senior Resources of Guilford. And this program assists with minor home repairs such as changing light bulbs, gutter cleaning, and yard maintenance. And then lastly, there's the Weatherization Assistance Program. This program helps to make sure Piedmont Triad residents have reliable, efficient, and safe ways to stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer. And this program is available through the Piedmont Triad Regional Council. And you do not have to own your home in order to be eligible for this program. So next we have some information on in-home aid services. In-home aid or in-home care agencies provide assistance with activities of daily living, which include things like dressing, bathing, mobility, toileting, eating, and other routine tasks. Each in-home care agency is different, and services will vary. It's also important to note that some agencies will assist with medical care and others will assist with daily household chores or running errands. It's important to get any information regarding the cost for services upfront in writing, and to also ask agencies if they require you to use their service a certain number of days each week or a number of hours each day. And there are many different options available, so it's important to select the agency that best meets your loved one's needs. So a few important questions to ask whenever you're speaking with an in-home care agency regarding their services is, are they licensed by the state? What type of employment screening is done? Can the agency provide any references? What types of services are offered? And how are staff members trained to provide care on a regular basis? And again, in-home aid services are really designed just to be another supportive service to help loved ones remain in their homes independently and safely for as long as they can do so. All right, so a great option for individuals who want to get out of the house during the day and just want to interact with others. We have several different senior centers here in Guilford County. No hands-on care is provided at a senior center, such as eating, or assistance with eating, or assistance with toileting. So it's important for the individual who attends the senior center to be independent and able to provide their own care, or someone should accompany them to the site who can help them do so. Each senior center offers different activities and services, and activity calendars are usually made available monthly or every other month. And currently, due to COVID, the Evergreens Lifestyle Center is offering some virtual programming via Facebook Live, including daily exercise classes and special educational trainings. You can contact the center that you are interested in attending to find out more about what services are currently being offered. This week, I believe the Smith Senior Center and the Trotter Active Adult Center did reopen some of their services by appointment, so you can also reach out to them as they also provide many different exercise options. And senior centers can also help you connect with other community resources as well. So as you're visiting a senior center, if you have a specific need, you can let them know what that is, and they should be able to provide you with information on what services are available. So next we have adult day programs, and these programs are designed for individuals who have special health needs that prevent them from being able to attend a senior center. And so there are several options here on your screen, and I've included their address as well as their telephone number in case you would like to get in touch with them. I will note that PACE of the Triad is a little bit different program. In addition to the adult day program, they also offer many health services. So they're kind of a wraparound service. So if your loved one needs to see the doctor while they're at the day program, then they can go see a doctor there on site. Transportation is provided to and from their site, and they also provide some in-home care services for those individuals that need that assistance. And of course, the Memory Care Center that is provided by Wellspring Solutions does support those individuals with Alzheimer's or similar dementia. All right, so long-term care facilities, there are many different options available throughout Guilford County. Long-term care facilities provide up to 24-hour care to older adults and disabled individuals who can no longer remain in their homes safely. There are a few different types of long-term care facilities. First, we have adult care homes. You may know them as assisted living facilities, and this also includes family care homes. So adult care homes are going to have 7 or more residents, and family care homes are going to have 2 to 6 residents. These facilities provide care for individuals who are age 18 or older, who do require a skilled nursing level of care, but are no longer they do not require a skilled nursing level of care, but they are no longer able to remain safely in their home because they need assistance with daily activities or daily needs, such as bathing, dressing, or managing their medications. Next, we have skilled nursing facilities or nursing homes, and they provide nursing or convalescent care for 3 or more individuals. They provide long-term care for chronic conditions or short-term rehabilitative care after a hospitalization. Memory care units are also available in some long-term care facilities, and these units are designed for individuals with memory problems or confusion, or those who are at risk of wandering. And these may be available in both adult care homes and skilled nursing facilities. And lastly, we have continuing care retirement communities, which are also known as CCRCs. They offer different levels of care, including independent living, assisted living, and skilled nursing. As an individual's health starts to decline, and as they need additional care, they are able to live within the same community. Typically, residents do have to buy into these communities, though, meaning that they have to pay up front, and then there's usually a monthly fee after they have moved in. It's also important for individuals residing in long-term care facilities, as well as their loved ones, to be familiar with the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. Ombudsmen are advocates and work with residents and their families to address any concerns or issues that may come up at the facility. And they also investigate concerns regarding a resident's rights. The Ombudsman Program has put together several different lists of skilled nursing facilities, adult care homes in Guilford County and in the surrounding counties as well as some other resources that you may find helpful. So I would encourage you to visit the PTRC's website there on your screen in order to take a look at their resources. Navigating the long-term care system. When you feel it's time for your loved one to receive additional care and you believe that a long-term care facility may be needed, there are several steps that you'll want to take. First, talk to your loved one's doctor, and if at all possible, be sure to include your loved one in on the conversation, since of course this move makes a huge impact on their life. You will want to share information with the doctor regarding any changes to your loved one's memory or behaviors, as well as the types of assistance that your loved one is needing when it comes to their personal care. So the information that your doctor or your loved one's doctor will gather helps them to make a decision as to which level of care is needed. The doctor will then make a recommendation as to whether or not an assisted living facility or a skilled nursing facility would be the better fit. Once that decision has been made, the doctor will complete a form known as an FL2 form. This form includes information as to your loved one's diagnoses, their medications, and their care needs. This form helps the facility to decide if they can meet your loved one's needs, so it's very important. And so it's also important to consider the financial component of placing your loved one in a long-term care facility. How will your loved one pay for care? The average monthly cost of residing in an adult care home is approximately $3,000 a month, and this cost increases to approximately $6,500 for a skilled nursing facility. For an adult care home, a state-funded program known as Special Assistance is available to help some individuals who meet certain income criteria. And if an individual does not qualify for special assistance, the family may need to consider other options, such as whether or not there are any assets that could be sold to help provide their care, or whether the family can help to supplement the cost each month. You can also look at which facilities are most affordable. Medicare will pay for part of the cost for up to 100 days of skilled nursing or rehabilitative services in a skilled nursing facility following a recent inpatient hospital stay. Once Medicare finishes paying, it is then up to the individual to either private pay or find another means of paying for the service. And then Medicaid may help pay for skilled nursing care, but there are income limits as well as limits on the amount of resources an individual can have. Medicaid must also approve the need of that level of care. Other payment options can include long-term care insurance or VA benefits for those individuals who are veterans. And you want to be sure to talk with the Department of Veterans Affairs to see if your loved one is eligible for that assistance. All long-term care facilities will, of course, accept residents who can privately pay for services. So next I want to touch on Medicaid, Medicare, and then Social Security. So all three of these programs can be rather challenging and there's a lot of different details. So I'm going to just touch on the basics, but I've provided you with some resources that you can then reach out to for additional support if you have other questions. Medicaid is a joint federal and state program that provides health coverage to over 72 million Americans. A person may be able to receive Medicaid if they're 65 years of age or older, blind or disabled, in need of long-term care, or if they are receiving Medicare. They must be a U.S. citizen or able to provide proof of eligible immigration status, and additionally, they must live in North Carolina and be able to provide proof of residency. They must also have a Social Security number or have applied for one. And individuals who received Supplemental Security Income or SSI, Worked First Cash Assistance, or state and county assistance for the aged or disabled are automatically eligible to receive Medicaid. So I have listed the Guilford County Department of Social Services. They have an office in Greensboro as well as an office in High Point, and their phone number is also listed. They will be the individuals who determine if a person is eligible. So once that application comes in, they review it, and then a caseworker will determine eligibility. And then there's also the website for Medicaid.gov, which is the governmental website that can provide additional information on Medicaid. Great. So next we have Medicare, and Medicare is the federal health insurance program for people who are 65 years of age or older, as well as individuals who are under 65 but have been on disability for 2 years, and then individuals with end-stage renal disease. And there are different parts of Medicare that can help cover specific services. So Part A, of course, you have hospitalizations. Part B includes medical, so doctor's appointments. Part C are your Advantage plans, and Part D is your drug coverage. And you have three choices when it comes to Medicare plans. First, we have Original Medicare, and you will need a drug plan, or otherwise you will have to pay a penalty. So it's important to consider that when you look at your options. You may not take any medications now, but it's important to look ahead to the future and always ask yourself, what if I start having to take medications? What if my health changes? You don't want to be scrambling for coverage when that time comes. And Original Medicare has no cap for how much you will pay for out-of-pocket services. Usually you may have to pay about 20% of all medical bills under this type of plan. The next plan option are your Advantage plans, and most of these plans cost nothing and they include a drug plan. There are no limits on out-of-pocket spending. And these plans, there are limits on out-of-pocket spending, and these plans do have networks that you must stay within. And then the third option is going to be your supplement plans. And these are the best option when it comes to coverage, but they tend to be the most expensive. So please keep that in mind. There are no copays and no networks to worry about. It's also important to note that Original Medicare and supplement plans do not cover eyes, ears, or teeth. So an Advantage plan may provide minor assistance such as an eye exam. And there are two resources here at the bottom of your screen: the Seniors Health Insurance Information Program, which is a program where volunteer counselors can sit down with you to discuss your plan options and to look at the pros and cons of a particular Medicare plan. They cannot make a decision on behalf of the individual. They are just there to provide support and to make sure you have that you are well informed when it comes to what options that you have. The Seniors Health Insurance Information Program is operated in Guilford County from out of Senior Resources of Guilford, and I'll include that number at the end. And then lastly, we have the Medicare.gov website, and this is an important website to bookmark on your computer, so make sure you take a look at it. And you can use this website to sign up or change plans, look at your Medicare cost, see what Medicare will cover, explore drug coverage, supplement plans, and other insurance options, and file claims and appeals. Next, we have Social Security. When an individual retires, Social Security replaces a percentage of a worker's pre-retirement income based on their lifetime earnings. And it's important to note that Social Security is not meant to be an individual's primary income on retirement. It is meant to be a supplement. Social Security is more than just a retirement program. Other individuals who receive benefits include those who are disabled, the spouse or child of someone receiving benefits, or the spouse or child of a worker who has maybe passed away. For specific information on Social Security, visit the Social Security Administration website there on your screen. Next, we have Veteran Services, and there are several different services provided specifically for veterans and their families. Guilford County Veteran Services can assist veterans, their dependents, and/or surviving spouses in applying for benefits and services from the Department of Veteran Affairs and the North Carolina Department of Military and Veteran Affairs. They can also assist in obtaining military records from the National Military Records Center and obtaining official documents from the Register of Deeds, Vital Records, and the Clerk of Court. There are VA medical centers located in Salisbury, Durham, Asheville, and Fayetteville, as well as various clinics available throughout the state. The closest to Guilford County is going to be the Kernersville location. Disabled American Veterans, or the DAV, provides transportation for veterans to the VA and other medical appointments. They provide employment resources, information seminars, outreach to homeless veterans, and disaster relief grants. There is a veteran caregiver and military family support group available through Senior Resources of Guilford that is currently meeting virtually each month, and they provide various services as well as connecting caregivers to resources, but also they're here to serve those veterans as well as their caregivers. You can contact Rosalind again at Senior Resources of Guilford for more information on that. And there's also a support group from the Kernersville VA Clinic, and Christy Robbins is the coordinator of that service. And then lastly, we have the website for the VA. So it's a governmental site for veterans about eligibility, benefits, and services. So I also wanted to touch on some Alzheimer's and dementia resources. You may not be caring for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia, but you might know of someone who is. So I would recommend that you try to share these resources with them as well. First, we have the Alzheimer's Association, and they provide help and support to those living with or caring for someone with Alzheimer's or other dementias. They have a 24/7 helpline that is available by phone and through the Alzheimer's Association website. So you can go online and chat with them there, or you can give them a call, again, 24/7, so it's always available. The helpline is staffed by specialists and master's level clinicians. And through the helpline, you can learn about the symptoms of Alzheimer's and other dementias. You can find out about local programs and services. You can get general information on legal, financial, and care decisions. And you can also learn about any support groups that are available in the community. The National Institute on Aging provides information on Alzheimer's caregiving, as well as long-distance caregiving, advanced care planning, and long-term care options. And then lastly, another local resource are the memory cafes that meet once per month in Greensboro, High Point, and Jamestown. And again, due to COVID, these events may be held virtually, but they are not currently meeting in person. They provide a gathering place for individuals with Alzheimer's or similar dementias and their loved ones to relax, to take a break, to interact with others, and to participate in various activities or entertainment. So there are also a few different telephone-based services, and it's important that if you take nothing else away from the presentation today, I hope that you'll remember these three services. These make it easy to find out about resources available in your community, because all you have to do is call in. It doesn't require you to go anywhere, and so you can do this from the comfort of your own home. The first is NC211. Simply dial 211 on your phone or visit 211.org. They are available 24/7, and they can provide information that is not just specific to Guilford County or to older adults. So they can help provide information on a variety of different resources. The North Carolina Baptist Aging Ministry also has a helpline, and they provide information and referral services to adults ages 65 and older in North Carolina. They are available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then lastly, we have Senior Line, which is another service of Senior Resources of Guilford. Senior Line can provide information for seniors and their caregivers on resources available in Guilford County. They also provide the Operation Fan Heat Relief Program in Guilford County. So this program provides free box fans to individuals who are 60 years of age or older and do not have central air conditioning. They also accept donations of medical supplies such as Depends and gently used medical equipment such as walkers, wheelchairs, canes, in order to then provide these resources to individuals who call in and need that support. Senior Line also offers another resource called Options Counseling, which can be done in person or via phone. And Options Counseling is where a certified counselor will sit down with you and go over your needs, preferences, and what services and supports are already in place. And then they can help you to develop an action plan for navigating the resources and getting additional services in place. So I've listed a few important websites here that you can check out. AARP is an excellent website, and they also offer many different caregiving resources. There's the Caregiver Action Network, the Family Caregiver Alliance, and the National Alliance for Caregiving. So I'll leave the screen up for just a second in case you need to write any of these names down. All right, so as you explore the different options that you have as far as resources for your loved one, it's important to ask a few questions. First, is your loved one safe in their current environment? Safety should always be the #1 priority. Will the resources help to keep them happy, safe, and healthy? What resources do you as a caregiver need in order to take care of yourself? And what tasks can family members, friends, or neighbors help you with? It's okay to ask for help, and we hope that you will do so and that you'll take advantage of the resources that we've shared with you today, as well as many other resources that are available in our community. So there are many wonderful resources available to serve not only older adults, but to serve caregivers as well. And I could probably talk for hours about all of the different options that are available, and we probably still wouldn't cover every single thing. Tonight, I tried to touch on several different categories that can help to meet a person's basic needs. If there is something that I missed, or if there's a specific resource that you are looking for to meet your needs, I am available and happy to assist you. You are welcome to reach out to me. My phone number as well as my email address are listed on your screen. I'm happy to email or mail any information to you as well. All right, so at this time we will have one final poll before we move into our questions. All right, so on your screen, if you could just rate your overall satisfaction with the information that was provided today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Thank you all for providing your feedback. All right, so at this time, we will open up for any questions that have been presented. So if you haven't had a chance to type in your question, we'll give you just a couple of seconds to do so. Again, if you would prefer to contact me directly, I'm happy to answer your questions one-on-one. We can talk via phone or email, and we can also set up a time to meet if you would like that as well. Thank you so much.
Ashlyn, thank you so much for your information, your knowledge of resources in the community. I know one question that came in was, where can we find a recap or a replay of the presentation this evening? So we will be you will find that on our ACAP website. So you can go to ACAP Guilford County, and we'll have that posted for you to refer to. So again, thank you for being available in the community and for sharing that information with us. I'd also like to just again thank our sponsors that made this evening possible: Healthwise Benefit Consultants and Senior Resources of Guilford. So check them out on their website and use their services as appropriate. So I'd like to just let you know about our next program coming up on October 15th. Again, it is the third Thursday of each month. So our next one will be coming up on October 15th at 7 o'clock. And we'll be talking about financial and legal documents that everyone needs. And I know this is a very common need, is to really understand kind of what documents are important from a legal standpoint. So it will be a panel discussion. And joining us on the panel will be Steve Arrington of Arrington Firm, Bill Roach of Witcher Roach and Associates, and Kevin Pierce with AuthoraCare. So how to contact us at ACAP Guilford County. You can visit us on our website. You can also email us. And if there's any information that was shared this evening that you'd like to learn more about and need a place to find that, you can email us and we'll get you in contact with Ashlyn. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So please stay in touch, and we look forward to seeing each of you again next month on October 15th. Thanks so much.